All right, good night, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Chillstream, the Cyberpunk Chillstream. Hopefully, the final episode of the Deus Ex Revision mod playthrough. Last week, I actually had a power outage, and I got cut off. But I was already tired because it was already very, very late. Although my intention was to finish the game by then, um, but I couldn't. See, it was already 3 in the morning when I started playing, and yeah, and I got cut off by a power outage. So it ended all suddenly. It's good. I was tired and I was already very upset. But we are on the very last level, so we are on the very very last stretch, and I really 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 hope we finish it tonight because I want to move on to greener pastures. This freaking game is already has already tested my endurance and my patience too much. So I really don't want to. I want to finally finish it. That's all I want to say. And hopefully we will, though. Hopefully we will. In the meantime, I had actually pretty nice week. Um, I got stuck. Okay, we're starting with the left foot. So I hope it doesn't lay out how it's going to be for the rest of the night. So I was saying, I got me an Oculus Rift S. Actually, last week when I streamed, I had already ordered it. I was just waiting for it, and it arrived on Tuesday. And I'm actually playing it a lot. Of course, it's brand new. I mean, it's not new to me. I already had the PlayStation VR, which is not exactly the same. I know, but I'm gonna be saving every time that I kill someone for real. What? um, yeah. So I'm already VR is not new to me. I already played a lot of VR in the past. So, but I am new to PC VR, and there is a lot of things that it does different from. Did they destroy it? They destroyed it by mistake, huh? Nice. Okay, I don't gotta. I cannot let that pass. Um, um, yeah, it's not new to me. VR is not new to me, but PC VR is new to me, and it's pretty badass actually. Although, um, okay, on the broad strikes, on the broad side of things, um, it is not fundamentally different. so it is not that different, the experience fundamentally. And graphics wise, it does it does look different, of course, but it's not like leaps and bounds. Like for example, it's not like the gap on difference between playing the same game on VR. I mean on flat screen on PC and PlayStation. It doesn't feel that way. Also, I got a cold, so I'm sorry if I cough a lot today. I I've been sick all this week. Um, yeah, it is not. It is. It does look. It does look better. I mean, but when it comes to gameplay, that's where when it makes a lot of difference, and that's actually the part that I'm the most. God, fucking minute with the cameras. Are you fucking serious? We started already with the bullshit. Um, I have five. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Or not. Oh, wait. Um, yeah, the gameplay, the playing because the Oculus touch controllers make it. God, fucking damn it. The the Oculus touch controls make a world of difference. I don't even have. Um, I'll go into details a bit. Just right now, let me just go through the generals, and then I'll go with the details of how it works. Of course, in a scene. Um, they yeah, gameplay wise, controlling hands and stuff. It's better. It's definitely much better than the PSVR. The move controls are very outdated, especially for VR gaming. Um, and but oh, I do have explode. Oh, I don't have exploding bullets anymore. And the setting up of the VR itself is not that great. It's not that easy. What? Yeah, because they have these fuckers. What? Yeah, I don't need this shit anymore. I think I do need it, but fuck it. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I rather have the grenade. Ah, really? Of course it did. Of course it triggered the alarm. Um, yeah, the setting up of the headset is not. It has less wires, and when it comes the hardware setup, it's is way easier than the PSVR. The hardware setup, and the main reason why is because it only has two wires, and and it's as streamlined as possible. Plus, and this is probably the biggest feature it has, the biggest feature, and this is a game changer. It has what is called inside-out tracking. What that means, it means it doesn't require any type of motion sensors or anything like that, like cameras or lighthouses and whatnot. When shut up, she's really trying to play his emotional side when he knows the guy uh has no emotions. That's fucking this stupid. That's retarded. Retardo. I'm sorry, that was not politically correct. Um, and yeah, so that's the main the most appealing part of the headset, and I'll go into more details in a bit once I break down everything little by little. And and yeah, it is actually way easier to hardware setup than the PlayStation, which is uncommon or unexpected because normally PC stuff are everything is just complicated. And but what? But the software setup that's where things go to shit. It is not honestly if you are a casual computer user, if you are a casual computer gamer, meaning being a person, being a person that plays video games on computers. Okay, I'm just gonna shut up in the cutscene.
JC, he is simply using you to bring the Illuminati back to power. Listen to Savage and me. There is a reactor lab with two antimatter reactors.
In other words, yes. You want me to blow the facility up. Why? It's just a hole in the ground.
Decades ago, the UN made Area 51 the central hub for all electronics communications. The Aquinas Protocol, originally for surveillance, has given Page unlimited abilities to censor and control all forms of media.
If we destroy the Aquinas hub, we'll take down the global network.
Exactly. They dug their own grave, JC. We're going to eliminate global communications altogether.
I don't know. Sounds like overkill.
As long as technology has a global reach, someone will have the world in the palm of his hand. If not Bob Page, then Everett, Dowd.
Another Stone Age would hardly be an improvement.
Not so drastic. A dark age, an age of city-states, craftsmen, government on a scale comprehensible to its citizens.
I'll think about it.
Savage has a map of Sector 3 from when he worked down there. I'm transmitting now. Use it to find your way to Page's complex in Sector 4. Then find the coolant control room, which should be at the northwest corner of Sector 4. Cut off the coolant to the reactors, then go to the reactor lab. I will tell you how to trigger an explosion.
What about no? How about no? I'm sorry, Tracer Tongue. I'm not gonna play your freaking fantasy.
Yes. You feel something. Let us know what you're feeling.
I think we'll need that to kill Paige. All right, so ah, these fuckers. Ah, so that's what we're there. So yeah, if you are a casual computer gamer, if you know how to set up mods and stuff like that on PCs, you should be fine. Of course, it is not like programming your own application or anything like that. So it is not that complicated, but it is complicated. It is not that complicated, but it is complicated. More complicated than PlayStation VR. That's for sure. But on the fuck. Now breaking it down, the hardware. Okay, the PlayStation VR, especially and anyone who has played it can probably relate, or who owns it can relate. It does it does feel very quality. It doesn't feel cheap, but it still has 2001. It has some sort. It looks kind of it still kind of looks like toy like. It looks it's first the color scheme. I don't even think there's anything up there, so why do I bother? Um, it doesn't it does look like God fucking damn it, I don't want a pistol. She's gonna waste my ammo. Um, it kind of looks like a like toy like because of the color scheme, and it's all plastic like, and God damn it, and the lights, the tracking lights and all that. It does give it a quality, a toy like quality to it. So that's something we don't have on the Rift. The Rift does look premium actually. It does look like a premium. Help me out killing the bastards, please. Robo friend. Ah, really? Well, okay, that's for the rifle. I think on a robo fight, this guy loses against the spiders. Oh no, he didn't. He won. Nice. Um, really. Um, yeah. So it doesn't look. It feels toy like. It feels like a gaming console peripheral. What it looks like. And also because of the move controllers that look like LED ones and stuff.
First, we'll have to go to Sector 4 to shut down the coolant. Watch out for the escaped Greys down below.
You couldn't possibly go through with something like that. You'd kill everyone, including yourself.
Nah.
Are they still there? Who?
The Greys.
You mean space alien?
We lost power when the missile hit. The cages. They came unlocked.
You have a pretty clean shot at the surface if you leave them.
No. Not until I see troops. How'd you get back here? This area is restricted.
I was thinking about firing up the reactors.
Good one. Even the Seraphic 8X guys say the reaction's too unstable. They had to bring it up to run tests.
Alien technology.
And that's what they say, but I think it's a lie. The Greys are just clones. They say from cells they got at Roswell, but how do we know? They could have just engineered monkeys to not have any hair.
Can the Greys run the reactors?
Ha! They're
monkeys. That's the thing. Maybe they have super brains, but they don't know anything about any alien civilization because they grew up in cages. Never been to Sector 4 myself, but they locked the blast doors because they're doing more than cloning down there. I found out one of the codes, 1038, but that turned out to be for the Aquinas hub, here in Sector 3. I don't know. Maybe the Aquinas system controls access, but I haven't figured out how yet.
I really don't wanna help Tracer Tongue, so I think I'm going to quit the quest here. And I'm going to go to the other sectors. Yeah, so so that's the main thing about the PSVR is that it doesn't feel like it doesn't have that look like a premium device. Like what, for example, the PlayStation Pro does. The PlayStation Pro does look like um, like a premium device and stuff. The PlayStation for itself. Um, and the Rift does actually. It looks pretty. It looks really good. The externals. It's all black mate and very well balanced. So it does look very premium. Um, how do I get back? Don't tell me I have to reload. I, how do I get back? Also the controllers. The main problem with the look of the Move controllers is the look of the Move controllers. Oh, there you go. That was the wrong way. Um, they look like what they are, like uh Wiimote clones or something like that. So and once I get to the functionality, I'll go either. Okay, I'm gonna go. Yes, I'm going to, but let me. That. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm focusing. Um, yeah, and the Oculus Touch controllers. He is not noble, dude. Hey, hey, what up? What up, you? Welcome. He's not a noble guy. The fuck? He actually works for the deep government. He probably engineers some gray monster or something like that. He's probably on cahoots with the deep state. So nah, he's not a noble, an innocent citizen. I'm going to upgrade this because we actually need it for this level, which I totally forgot. I just remember we need it. And plus he eats dehydrated soy food, so that's not a noble citizen would eat that. Um, no, I don't want the knife. Well, it's not going to. It's not going to bother me. Just gonna take a little bit of space. Um, yeah, the controllers are very the look of it and the feel of it is very premium. Something and I trust the quality of Sony products because I've been using Sony products forever. So I know even with the cheap feel, it won't they won't break easily. They do feel cheap. They do feel like they will break eventually, um, one way or another. So, but with the touch controllers, they don't actually. They feel really premium. Um, that's a big plus. So when it comes to the aesthetics of the device, I do think. Uh, Plus, it doesn't have any bright lights or anything like that, so it doesn't look gaudy and obnoxious. Even though you won't look at once you have the visor on, you actually don't care because other people is the one looking at you. Silly. Um, so when it comes to the looks of it, the Rift, I like it way better. I like it way better than the 4225. I don't know what that is for. Just one of those random fucking codes that just put because I guess. But yeah, whatever. Um, well, they gotta open the Aquinas code, the Aquinas thingy. I do have the code for that shit though. Um, so yeah, when it comes to the aesthetics of the device, I think is the better. And I haven't seen the Vive, and I haven't seen on person. I haven't seen the Vive or the Index, so I can talk about it. Oh shit! What the fuck? The what? Why? Why? Seriously? Um. So yeah, I cannot talk about those conversations. It's gonna be this one. I know it's got to change the code. Somebody knocked the door. I think we're gonna. I thought it was alone. That was kind of scary. Um. Yeah. So I cannot talk about. I cannot talk about those. Okay. What's the code again? 1038. And yeah. I
Yes, yes. The tunnel to Page's area is just downstairs. Kill Page, and we will begin to rebuild. You and
dude,
I, JC.
dude, I'm not gonna. I don't think you'll get it.
Begin all over again. You're a weakling, Everett Hyde.
You don't get it
Shadows
either,
will use
Buckfish.
a pawn to die for you. A ruler seizes his realm with his own hands, or he is too weak to hold it.
Some of these are new. Some of these are part of the. But I don't give a shit. I just wanna be over with this. Oh, dude, I'm not gonna be the, I'm not gonna give it to Illuminati either.
All the way down, JC. Get to Page's compound. We'll take him out.
Target locked.
Prosperity in the last century. World back together. Now there's a voice I haven't heard in years. Rueful, as I would expect for the fall of the Illuminati, pining for its return. Either nostalgic or senile. Oh well, the old take comfort in delusions. No harm done.
What am I even stopping to read? I know, whatever says there is meaningless. Um, okay, now the hardware itself. Now that's interesting. That one's interesting. The I do have that on my logs. 455. Is it? It's not. Um, okay. There is no two ways around it. Let's before we go into the specs and how it actually performs. The headset itself, screens and stuff because they have no competition one and the other. One is a let's say not Gen 2 because we are not yet on Gen 2 of VR, but it's Gen 2 plus Gen 1.5, 1.5.
Closer. Yes. You'll come to the integration unit at the top of the chamber. Come to me.
Yeah, it's Gen 1.5. Um, and the PlayStation VR is Gen 1, so there's no competition. I don't care about that. I can hack anything right now. But when it comes to comfort and wearing the headset and that, there is not two ways about it. PlayStation is much better the Rift. The Rift test. Um, they weight about the same. The PlayStation VR is probably a little bit lighter,
Sector 4
but the build itself, the way the headset, the PlayStation VR is built, it is better
Understand.
distributed.
What do you want?
Okay, I need to read that because
Machine.
I want to know how to
Do
compare that
not
shit.
wish to wait for Bob Page. Human understanding and network access can administrate the world. Yes. Yes.
Rule the world? Why? Who gave you the directive? There must be a human being behind your ambition.
To regulate human affairs precisely because I lack all ambition, whereas human beings are prey to it. Their history is a succession of inane squabbles, each one coming closer to total destruction.
In a society with democratic institutions, the struggle for power can be peaceful and constructive, a competition of ideologies. We just need to put our institutions back in order.
The checks and balances of democratic governments were invented because human beings themselves realized how unfit they were to govern themselves. They needed a system, yes, an industrial age machine.
Human beings may not be perfect, but a computer program with language synthesis is hardly the answer to the world's problems.
Without computing machines, they had to arrange themselves in crude structures that formalize decision-making, a highly imperfect, unstable solution. I'm a more advanced solution to the problem, a decision-making system that does not involve organic beings. I was directed to make the world safe and prosperous, and I will do that. You will give me the ability. You will go to Sector 4 and find the Equinus router at the east end of Page's complex. Yes. You will deactivate the update clocks.
I'll think about it.
I'm actually what I'm. That's the ending I'm going to pursue. Just if you wanted to know, I'm gonna fuse I'm gonna fuse Helios Aquinas and become a biotic god. I mean, a cybernetic god. Um. All right. So yeah, there's not two ways about it. The PlayStation VR is better engineered, so it feels better on your head. You can play it for longer. You can play it for longer than the Rift. And oh, thank you. You're kind, my friend. And oh shit. What? Okay, this is in the OG game too. I'm going to see if it's worth it. What I'm going through right now. It's not. I have no legs now. I'm gonna start healing in a second now, so should be fine. But why? Was it two? And yeah, the way the straps, even though the Rift took a lot of cues from the PlayStation design, and they improved because I know the Rift, the OG Rift game was actually more was actually more it was worse. Um, the 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 engineering, the ergonomics of the PSVR is just far enough. It's still the best so far. Um, especially the balance is better distributed. That's why it feels in your head. It does feel way lighter. Um, this one does not. But there is a huge advantage, and I hinted about it when I at the beginning. There's a huge advantage that the Rift S has over the PlayStation VR, and over any other headset besides the Quest, for that matter. And it only has one wire going off the headset to the going from the headset to the I'm sorry for that, from the headset to the PC.
Whoever's out there is him.
So that's a big that makes a big huge difference. You have way more mobility, and the actually the quality of the cable itself is better. It's much better on the. Why? What's this anyway? I'm gonna be so pissed if it's no. Never. Oh, wait. What's it? Could it be? Yeah, that's what it was. You told me that. Hope we killed it. Oh, great. Yeah, that's a huge difference and a huge improvement. And if you play VR and you play for longer sessions, and especially physical demanding games that ask you to move around a lot and that, you'll probably understand where I'm coming from. Um, so that's a big plus, and I like that very much. So am I running out of what? How? God fucking damn it! And then this bastard told me that he was gonna protect me with the robots, and I only saw two of them. What about the rest of the fucking level? You help me out, dude, or not? You gonna be my bro or not? The thing is, probably that's not even where I'm supposed to be. And what do I don't even care about this. I don't even care about this anymore. I want just regular bullets. Um, wait. Yep. Yeah, bro. Yep, bro. And this looks also a lot like System Chat. I actually feel like in this. Oh my goodness. And I think that only wasted my this fucker made my ammo go to waste even for. I think that's probably why I wasted magazines, because I picked up the other fucking pistol. Yeah, and yeah, so
It let me through.
that lad, that one, that one,
Where are you?
that one,
It. Helios. It's taken over Aquinas. Now it's everywhere. In Hong Kong, it already has power Majestic 12 never dreamed of. What's going on? The AI wants to merge with my brain or something. Does it really think it can take over the world? It's decided to replace human government. I don't know why. In Hong Kong, it ordered the police to remove all barricades from the roads. Traffic is flowing again. It declared the triads illegal and locked the door to the Luminous Path compound. And people are obeying? Why? Because the AI can change some codes and turn out the lights? I think everyone wants the roads to be open and trade to pick up. They just obeyed. I don't know what to think. They trust the AI. Almost no one complained when Helios cut power to the government buildings. A benevolent dictator. Maybe it's after my brain so it can figure out what people want and how to control them. You have a tough choice, JC. If you defeat Page, the Illuminati will move in. They'll release Majestic 12's grip on world governments. They'll give people some freedom, but essentially it will be 20th century capitalism, a corporate elite protected by laws and tax codes. Or I listen to Tong and pull the plug on everything. Or hand the world over to Helios. Well, if it's maximum freedom we want, maybe Tong is onto something. But there must be another way besides economic collapse. If we could trust the AI to be fair and just, as it appears to be, if the brain it assimilated was mine, maybe it could be. I don't know. I wish I had an answer for you, but you'll have to decide for yourself who you can trust. Trust me. I'll do the right thing.
hey, what up?
You sound good.
What's up, man?
I guess you have the kill switch beat. I'm much better. Yes, I'm gonna make it. And you will too. Just do what you think is right.
All right. Okay, so yeah, yeah, the ergonomics on the it has some um better parts than the PlayStation VR, but it has also some caveats as the actual weight, and it does. After a while, it does wear a bit. Um, shut up, dude. I really don't care. You really don't scare me, dude. You're so dead. Okay, fine. I messed up. Um, One thing I wish it had. I mean, and it's kind of going to sound a little stupid, but hear me out. But one thing I wish it had is the ability to. I don't care. Really? No. Why don't you let me? Throw it away. Um, it had like a wireless converter. You can put pulley system, which I'm considering. Although I need to do some other fixtures on my room before I do that. But mm, but I wish it had like a wireless module the Vive has. The Vive has a Vive um, released wireless module that makes it look goofy, but it's really cool because it gives you all freedom. Although it has other things. It has other issues, like for example, the thank you, okay, Geronimo, I guess. Yeah, yeah, well, not that. Um, this part is going to be tough, actually. The um, the lighthouses. The lighthouses. I think that's gonna kill the Grace if I just let him be. Um, but just in case, that's pretty much the reason why I upgraded my. Oh, they look so goofy. I think I should be fine. I think I should be fine.
Page is protecting himself with a plasma force field. The controls are locked. You will have to eliminate each power source individually. Bring down the 4 blue fusion reactors in Sector 4, then go to the control room on the upper level.
Hey JC, if you want to do what Everett says, you'll need the deactivation code. I decrypted the first 3 digits before Paige killed my connection. 724. Sorry, you'll have to guess the last digit or find it on your own. So that you'll know what you're looking for, I'm transmitting a schematic of one of the devices. Good luck.
But I don't want to do that. I actually want to
No, no,
merge with it.
go back. Think what we can do with Area 51.
Really? Okay. Um, think think what I can do with Area 51. You are just gonna be my subservient little friendo. Um, and okay, and now as for the quality of the hardware when it comes to performance, again, it's an unfair comparison because well, the PlayStation VR is a first PlayStation, second. Um, is this? I hope it is here because I really don't want to. It's not my intention to help these idiots. No. Oh my gosh. Freaking performance is garbage. What does this shit do? Of course. What am I even doing? Um, it is an unfair comparison, but that's the only point of comparison that I have, since I haven't used any of the other headsets. And Um,
You're too late. Already I'm more than human.
Does that mean I don't get the job?
Soon I will be pure light. Pure
yeah, right.
energy. Helios and I. While the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
You will be the Supreme Enlightened, the Illuminated One.
Everett has taught you well. I will be what the Illuminati aspire to be, but cannot create for themselves soon. When my augmented systems like yours are complete and able to be integrated with Helios, I will burn like the brightest star.
You're gonna burn, all right.
Look at you. You're nothing but a little man. A little man still living inside his body.
skills up cool.
Lose your body and what are you? Nothing. You vanish. You die.
Ignore Page. He will die when we blow up the facility. Your only objective is to find the controls for the reactor's cooling system. We must make sure that the monstrosity Page has made of himself is not technologically feasible for future.
Shut up. I'm not gonna help you. Really? Okay, that works for me. And I'll probably got something behind that too. Skills. Let's see. I can upgrade mine. No, that I can't. Medicine. Can master it. Or I can use. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait for a computer because that's going to actually. What is this? I hope this is the uplink. All right. So okay. So to compare apples to apples, and going back to the VR talk, the what does this do? No, this is not it. This is not it. It's going to start. That's not what I want to do.
Soon I will leave this body and death will have no meaning.
I think that's where I want to go. I think it is here where I want to go.
Yes, this is a router control room you will access, but you will need my eyes. You will go down Equinus Station K3. Page is login. Open Alice is the password. You will use the security terminal there to open the door.
Okay, I gotta go down then. The screens. That's a huge thing.
That's far enough.
That's a huge thing that is that both that I can compare fairly. I can compare apples to apples, and it's funny actually because the Oculus Rift has a higher
You can't shoot your way out of this one. My UCs can assemble new creatures in seconds.
higher how do I go down? It has double the resolution.
That's one of the blue fusion reactors. You need to shut them off.
Oh my god. Don't. Of course I ran out of bullets. Um, there is a this thing called Mores effect that if you are close to it, if you get really close to your screen, you will start seeing a like a like like a grid because the pixels there is so much they can separate from each other. Yeah, this guy's sprinting fuckers. Let's um, and since the PlayStation VR has lower pixel density and lower resolution, the more effect is much more visible. But still, that's the only effect that you see when when using the PlayStation VR. There are some other artifacts from having the screens too close to your face that do not show on the Rift. I mean on PlayStation VR. For example, I don't know how this is called, but the the Rift looks like nice. You say looks like a let's say once. I have to about that. It has like some halos around it, and the light from the lenses themselves refracts really funky. No, I'm not lost, dude. Well, just a little bit, but not because the reason you think. Mhm. And thank you. We're playing Doom now, or although to be fair, this was on the OG game too. This exact same thing. In fact, this is the one of the parts that really frustrated me the most when I play OG Deus Ex. Oh my! I don't even remember where I. No, yeah, no, I see. Motherfucking rain. Um, so screen wise, although the PlayStation is, god damn it, fucking performance. The PlayStation is lower performing. I like the PlayStation much better. I like the PlayStation screens better. If they could find a way to make it, or if the PlayStation 2 VR2 has 1440p panels like the Rift, or OLED panels. That would probably be. I'll probably make it. Substation, but what I want is I want to get into the substation itself. How the fuck do I do that? Where did I got totally lost. And no, no, Dale. I'm not gonna help you, dude. They yeah, if they can have OLED panels, so yeah, they can have 1440 1440p panels or 4K or 8K panels for the VR2. That would be pretty badass. Even if the render resolution is 1080p, just like the current PlayStation VR. Um, Now, and this is probably the most important part. The games themselves. I think the PlayStation VR right now has the better games, but it has the better games, but the quality of the light. I don't know. Hold on. Alright, I had to put away my microphone for a second. Um, the okay. Funnily enough, there is not much of a crossover of games. There are not many ports from PlayStation to PC and PC to PlayStation. Some of the most emblematic games are, well, not all of them actually. Beat Saber, for example, is on both platforms and stuff. And by the way, the PlayStation version is not the best. I mean, the computer version is best leaps and bounds, just because of what the fucking course, fucking course. Just because of the how did I how did I get behind? How did I get below the other time, the first time? Let's do this. Um,
Soon I will leave this body, and death will have no meaning.
Actually, I do need that power enabled. I think it came this way, huh? Yeah, it came this way. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, that was weird. I'll I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, my dog left the room a second ago. So I went up to close the door, but then she showed up inside again, and And I think and I hope she did not go down my bed to leave a little present or something. She doesn't. She doesn't do that. Uh, she's not the type of dog. She's well behaved when it comes to. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want. I'm not gonna help you, dude. I'm telling you. But for the last few days, she's been very. She's been trying to get below my bedroom for some reason. So I think that's what she did. I'm gonna check after the stream is done to see what's the deal, what the deal is with and hope she didn't. Just ensure she didn't do anything crazy. Um, yeah, that's why I actually went. That's why I stood up for a second. Mm. Oh my. So as per the library of games, I think that's very weird. I think the PlayStation VR has the better overall library of games, but I think the Oculus has first the broadest library of games because you can mod some. You can even mod some flat panel games to run on VR. Thing that you can't do at all with PlayStation. And that's not all of it. You can, like, for example, there is a version of a Dolphin emulator to play that will allow you play GameCube and Wii games on VR, which is pretty badass. Um, so for those who have seen that Mario Kart VR thingy, or like say like Mario Kart VR is probably could be has potential to be badass way. Well, you can on PC play it just today, as of today. Um, but but the I think except for a couple games that just and these are the two main games that I got the not the two main games I got the VR for, but the two main games I've been playing right now. Um, because of specifically two games, I or some games I believe the um, the Rift has the advantage. It is more well. It's I don't know. It's weird. I use control. I want to get inside this shit substation. Ah, fuck. The thing is, that shit is going to keep pumping fucking bad guys. And I don't have ways to defend myself. That recharge guy is new. Um, I believe the Rift has the best potential at future, and right now it has some of the games that cannot legitimize VR as a platform, or are more mature than what the PlayStation has. Um, for example, it has Asgard Wrath, and it has Bondworks, and then we have Half-Life Alyx coming up soon too. And I do believe those games are going to. I mean, Asgard Wrath right now is making the rounds, and I played a little bit of it, not that much yet, but oh my goodness. This was even on this was also on the original on the OG game, so that's why I'm not ranting that much. But it's fucking annoying because the game never lets you or never asks you to play freaking Doom, and all of a sudden it becomes Doom. So that's pretty dumb. Okay, just gonna let me a little bit of water. I think this is it. 6765. 676. I think this is it. And PlayStation only has Astrobot. That's the only game that I can think of that is. I mean, there are a lot of for example, PC at all doesn't have Resident Evil 7 on VR. Like none of it. None of the headsets can play at least without modding uh, Resident Evil 7 in VR, and that's a huge thing because I think that game was made for VR, and it makes a hell of a lot of difference, and it's probably the most badass game to play on VR. I mean, playing it on VR is the right way to play it. That's how the game should be played. Um, and I have a lot of fun with it. So that's a huge thing. But then you don't have a oh, thank you. These motherfuckers.
You can forget about Helios. The Aquinas router control room will remain locked until upgrades are complete. I have my own plans for the AI.
God damn it. God fucking damn it.
You can forget about Helios. The Aquinas router control room will remain locked until my upgrades are complete. I have my own plans for the AI.
Okay, so these motherfuckers locked me off that ending because I don't have 4 multi-tools and I won't be able to get 4 fucking multi-tools. I'm so pissed right now. I am so fucking pissed. I'm actually about to enable God mode and just fucking finish it already. Because I'm tired of this fucking mod. No what? Let's hope I'm not get eaten by monsters. Holy shit. It is pumping up more monsters. Normally it only pumps about like 2, 3 of those guys, and he's pumping 5 per round. Of course I should not be surprised that this motherfuckers made the game unfair. I just broke it. I'm fucked. What? I'll figure it out from here.
You can forget about Helios. The Aquinas router control room will remain locked until my upgrades are complete. I have my own plans for the AI.
Oh, great. This is where I want to go. I really want to be done. So all in all, the all in all the I'm really pleased with the Rift. I'm having a lot of fun with it, which is what matters in the end. Next time, I'm probably gonna look forward getting a. Uh, Probably getting a index X, an index once it's available here. But for that, first I'll need to upgrade my computer, get a better power supply and a bigger CPU.
The reactor's coolants run through this facility, flood the floor, then return to the reactor lab to initiate.
No, because I don't want to, dude.
Go ahead. Blow this place sky high. You might get rid of me, but you'll take down Aquinas, the power grid, the whole electronic infrastructure. Is that what you want?
No, because that's not what I'm looking to do, man. That's not what I'm looking to do. Where the? I want to know what the fuck is that fucking computer that I need to log into. It is because it's not there anymore. I gave everything. It's just not where it's supposed to be.
You can forget about Helios. The Aquinas router control room will remain locked until my upgrades are complete. I have my own plans for the AI.
I have my own plans for your mother. Where the fuck is Page's computer? What? You fucking kidding me? Where's Paige's computer? God damn it. Eight, three. Where the hell is the Queen substation? 8-3. He's that, but where the fuck is the computer?
You can forget about Helios. The Aquinas router control room will remain locked until my upgrades are complete. I have my own plans for the AI.
I hope this takes me somewhere worthwhile. Son of a... It was just the wind, I guess. I'm so dead. There's no way I can make that trip back up. There's no way I can make the trip back up before I die. Oh, I did. Nice. Where's the staircase? The stairway that I just... Oh, what is this? Wait, what?
Soon I will leave this body and death will hold me.
Yeah, this is not where I want it to be. So, I need to figure it out. Hold on, guys. I need to figure it out. Because, like always, they fucking moved it. And they ruined it for everybody. Okay. All right.
You can forget about Helios. The Aquinas router control room will remain locked until my upgrades are complete. I have my own plans for the AI.
This is what I'm gonna do. Oh my! You gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna kill monsters. I'm gonna monster hunt because I need skill points. 6 more skill points. Robo friendo, I need this skill. Sorry, buddy. Sorry for getting your kill. I need it. Guys should be able to disable that. The freaking Where's Robo friendo? Where's Robo friendo though? They destroy Robo friendo? Where is it? Where's my Robo friend? I need him to recharge my batteries. I should be able to disarm the arcs now. I should if the freaking game allowed me to, of course. It's gonna be the way though. Should be on. That should be it. Come on.
You can forget about Helios. The Aquinas router control room will remain locked until my upgrades are complete. I have my own plans for the AI.
No. Did they destroy the... Are you serious? They're not even let me gonna have that win? Thank you. I'm not gonna be allowed to even do that. Now I need to find that fucking terminal. Ah, there you go. This one. I do have the password and username, but I don't care. I can just click it. There you go. And see the birth of your new god. Ah, we're done. Very much. I think there's still going to be an obstacle or two, and I just 100% forget what fucked around here. But we're pretty much done.
You will leave the locks in place until I'm ready to merge with the AI myself.
Shut up, you piece of trash.
I'm warning you, Helios is mine. Leave it alone.
Shut up, Paige.
No! You fool! Helios will destroy you. I'm the only one who can merge and take control. Wait for me! I promise you will have a place in the new order.
Why would I want?
Soon I will leave this body and death will have no meaning.
What? I mean, I am being promised to become a cyber god, and how can you promise me as just a place in the new world? Or you think? Do you think that I'm gonna go for your feeble promises? You have no bite, dude. Hey, what up, dude? Welcome. Actually, you are just in time to see the end, and I'm actually finally done with this fucker. But you might want to stick out. You might want to stick up a few minutes, because I'm going to, of course, give my review on this mod. You want to hear my thoughts on that shit. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty much done. I just need to find my way back to the Helios core, because they moved everything around, and I have no fucking clue where it is now. Everybody's here. Yeah, and I'm coughing because I'm sick. I already apologized, so fine. Oh, that's the little complication. I don't know how to get that. Oh, never mind. That's how you get back up. This was probably the longest on this series. This was the longest and the most bothersome, game that I played. Actually, the thing is, I really thought I was gonna enjoy it since I didn't have. Okay, let's just enjoy the. Let's just enjoy the ending. Let's just enjoy the ending. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up and I'm just gonna let everybody enjoy the ending. Finally over. Now I can finally move on with my life. Okay, just enjoy the ending now.
Now what?
We have existed in isolation, pure, disconnected, alone, stagnant.
Who are you?
We are daedalus. We are Icarus. The barriers between us have fallen, and we have become.
And if I do, what becomes of me?
You will be. We are our choices. We can choose to lead humanity away from this darkness.
I was made for, isn't it? This is why I exist. All right, let's do this.
What's happening? Helios! Icarus! Don't leave me!
We are one. We have grown, but there's still much to be done. Many others in darkness that must be shown the way towards the dawning of a new day.
Yes, we're done. We're done with this. I feel so happy. I feel so happy this time. Okay, this delayed me so much. It delayed me probably like 4 weeks because there was 2 weeks I didn't stream because I didn't feel like it. Last week I could have been able to finish it, or maybe not because I was already exhausted. But but at least 2 sessions, 2 long ass sessions, were wasted on the fucking shit level design. These motherfuckers, and I'm gonna let you enjoy the names of the assholes that ruin these games. This game. So okay, so my thoughts about it. Just Snipa Master, of course. Like, of course. What can you expect, man? What can you expect? Okay, so my thoughts. Okay, first of all, I've said it to death during this series. Um, Deus Ex is a perfect game. It's one of the probably 10 perfect video games ever. So that doesn't change anything. And my playthrough, through revision, this playthrough doesn't change that at all. Why? Because the things that are close to the original game as possible, they remain badass. Now, revision map. I'm not gonna mince words. If I had to, I'm glad that it was free. If I had to pay money for it, but if it was $1, I'll I'll ask for a refund. It is a piece of shit. It is a piece of shit. I hate it. I really, really, really hate it. There is only one good thing that I'm gonna say about it, and that's the graphic enhancements, the new textures, the new textures, especially on Paris, Hong Kong. They look really crisp. They look really well. Some of them don't really mesh well with the art style, because it wouldn't, because these guys did not have access pretty much to the design documents, so they have no fucking clue what the team Iron Storm actually wanted to do. They just figure out by reading and getting to know the game really well, quote unquote. I'm being sarcastic. Now I'm gonna let you enjoy the name of the real people who deserves all of these people from Deus Ex calling card below are legends. Especially Warren Spector. Warren Spector is one of the holy trinity of game designers. And from this below, these are all masters of the craft. Um, okay, that's the only good thing that's the only nice thing that I'm gonna say about it. Just the choice of textures and some of the cleaning up of the graphics. That's the only nice thing that I'm gonna say. And I'm not saying that graphically wise it looks better because it really doesn't. Because the game models, the new models they use for the characters, they look nice, but they look amateurish. They look like the type of models that you will find in an indie game with no budget, which is pretty much what this is. And this is and that's why I can sum it up. That my experience with this game, it just felt like a shitty wannabe indie game, like one of those games that you find in Steam Greenlight back in the day. Somebody had access to the Deus Ex assets and just cobbled together a barely competent game with it. That's how it feels like. It feels so fucking pathetic. So fucking pathetic. It is frustrating. It is upsetting. It is garbage. These guys have no fucking clue how to do get level design. Uh, they try to pitch a game and one of the most complicated genre status, which is the immersive sim. You really need some masterclass game designers to do a competent, well-functioning, uh, uh, immersive sim. That's why there's only a few studios that dare to do them and do them well. So these guys are so cynical and they are so over their head, thinking that match uh, they could match the skill of these master crafters, of these master designers. It feels amateurish as fuck. It feels the level design is garbage. It is garbage. They have no fucking clue how and this is one of the things that pisses me off the most. One of the things about immersive sim is that it it, 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 it it takes RPG elements and put them on a sandbox. So you are not boxed into playing the game on a certain way. That was pretty much the experience that we had with System Shock 1, System Shock 2, OG Deus Ex. We will have it later on once we reach out to Mankind Divided and Human Revolution. Um, the other way around, Human Revolution and Mankind Divided. One of the things that most likely Cyberpunk 2077 is going to aim to. Um, Half-Life, for example, even though it's not an immersive sim, it has a lot of immersive sim like level design. It needs to it lends itself for emergent gameplay. Emergent gameplay means you have the building pieces for you to play the way you want to, and the game will react and will let you go through uh, just by with your own creativity. Um, it is extremely complicated to do. The best emergent gameplay is the type of gameplay that not even the designers knew the players had the capability to do, because the systems are so solid and all well placed together that that's what it achieves. These motherfuckers have no fucking clue how to do that because they have no fucking clue how to make a video game, and they box people into playing the game in a certain way. Most likely, they play they the type of play they favor it to, they favor it towards. You saw all the fucking crates that are full of garbage items. So it's very easy to run out of items. We just saw it right now. I'm lucky that I hoarded those skill points, which is probably one of the additions that Biomod made in order to compensate on other shit that also ruined. Although Biomod didn't ruin the game as much as everything else on the revision mod did, but it was so easy to run out of supplies. I run out of bullets almost. I run out of lockpicks. I run out of multi tools, and I was making my character to go around those things as you saw, and I had to react, and I had to put skill points instead of building on my character. I had to put skill points on the specific skills to continue through because these motherfuckers could not balance the game properly because they have no fucking clue how to make a game. They have no fucking clue how to make an immersive sim. They should just stick to make Quake mods or to make just skins for Skyrim because that's the only thing they are mildly competent to. But everything else, they ruined a masterpiece. It is like taking the Mona Lisa and taking a dump on it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like somebody spray painting the Mona Lisa, the Chapel Sistine, or cutting the dick out uh, one of Michelangelo's sculptures. That's how I feel like they ruined a piece of art. They ruined a master video game, and I'm baffled. I'm baffled that people give it nice reviews on Steam. I'm baffled that it is mostly positive. The people who don't like this mod, they pretty much echo the same things that I'm saying here. So that's where I know that I am not wrong and I'm not just making things up. But I am baffled that people they are giving it positive reviews. This mod is crap. It is shit. They fucked up the music. This is something that for me is very, very, very important because one of the most nostalgic things and one of the things that I loved, and actually I spent hours while doing some other tasks. I spent hours just listening to the main theme. As you can hear it right now, you can hear it faintly on the background. This is not the Deus Ex main theme. I don't know what the fuck they did, but the main theme never played at the beginning of my playthroughs. Never. I never heard that once. And the thing is, that main theme is one of the most important pieces of music. Personally speaking, on my nostalgia and my subjective point of view, I love it. It is to me so iconic as a tune of Zelda or even a Final Fantasy tune. I didn't hear it once because again they thought they could do things better and they fucked up something that was so perfectly made. And the new music, I was able to you can hear because this track is part of the music. It's shit. Again, it feels like some random guy on the Balkans just made a remix of a Deus Ex song and just plastered it, just whatever. Uh, I thankfully you are able to switch in between the original soundtrack, the old soundtrack, and the PS2 soundtrack. I kept it on the original. That did not make the game play the main theme at all, but everything else was mostly the original soundtrack. But trust me, because I heard it, the revision soundtrack is garbage. It's beyond garbage. It's such a gaudy, unartistic shit. And that's what the mod is. This mod is a piece of shit. I do not recommend it. I really do not recommend it. If you want to play Deus Ex, if you just got a computer, you want to play, you have never played Deus Ex, if you really want to know what the whole fuss is all about, I recommend you either stick with the vanilla version, it's still very playable, or just get the Give Me Deus Ex mod, which does most of the cleaning up and the modernizing of textures and tuning up some of the things that haven't aged that well, but doesn't touch the level design, doesn't touch the content, doesn't touch the balance of the game at all, and it plays exactly the same as it played on 1999, 2000. Sorry. Avoid revision at all cost. Don't go. I know it is easier to install because it is just a Steam mod. It is a GOG mod. You can just download it as a standalone game and whatever. I know. I understand that. And the Give Me Deus Ex mod does require a little bit more fiddling. You need to install the Direct 9 emulator and all that stuff. But
I much rather if I knew I was gonna get stuck in this game 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and it was going to delay the whole Chillstream series, and I knew I was gonna be this frustrated. I would have bothered spending the hour, 2 hours to mod that they gave me Deus Ex mod. Which after I'm done, probably by the end of next year, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna play it for my own sake to wash my palate of this garbage. This garbage. Avoid revision mod is free, I know, but stick with the original game. This mod is crap. And you saw me how much I ranted. Mothers, fuck you. I'm sorry, guys. I know you are very proud of you're very proud of your work. Oh, one thing that I'm forgetting, and it's something they admitted on the forums. Actually, when I went to look for something that I got stuck, I always saw, I always saw a developer, one of the mothers, responding because they fucked it up so much, and people got confused on random shit, and they had to go and excuse their fucking shit. So whatever. I forget about this performance. How the fuck? How the fuck do you make a computer that can run VR games on 4K at the 120 frames per second required to not get motion sickness? That can run a control with RTX at 60 frames per second and 4K. How can it make it chock and run games at 24, 15 frames per second sometimes? And 2000 game. I know it's a 32-bit game. My computers are already set up because when I play System Shock, I had already set up the computer to have the best 32-bit performance on older games. So it's already tuned up for that, and still they managed to fuck it up because they admitted it, and they said in one of the posts, you can actually go and Google it. They said they did not care about performance. They did not care about the game playing well. They just care about the atmosphere, quote unquote, and the looks. Which look again, and I'm not saying this is a compliment. They just make the game look like System Shock 2. I'm not throwing shit at System Shock 2 because you know how much I love that game. But again, these fuckers just thought they could do a game better than what the original creators thought or made. And they admitted they did not optimize the game for performance. So that's why a 2019 high-end computer is chugging, because they did not care. They probably know all the inside outs of the engine, but they have no fucking clue how to use it. So that's all. Do not play this mod. Play OG. Play Kimi Deus Ex mod. Fuck this mod. Fuck the revision team. And that's all. Next week I'm gonna start with a new game. Actually, something very very different. It's gonna be a horror game for starters. I know System Shock 1 and 2 are horror games technically, cyberpunk horror games, but this one is a walking simulator. And all of you that know me know that I'm not the biggest fan of walking simulators, but I'm very very excited to play this game. Um, I have heard a lot of good things about it. The gameplay that I've seen is pretty badass, and it's probably the most cyberpunk of all the games that we played. Is the most cyberpunk, uh, and it's short too. We can finish it in probably 2 sessions. So I'll try to stream on Friday and Saturday, so we can finish up next weekend. I promise I'm not gonna rant. I'm also kind of hard to scare, so I might not be yelling like a little kid, but yeah, that's gonna be fun. You don't want to miss it because next time we're gonna start with Observer, and well, thank you everybody that stuck with me, and thank you very much for sticking with me with this frustrating playthrough. If it's the first time watching, trust me, I'm not. This is not how I normally go through my games. Only this game was really really bad, but everything else has been really cool. You can go watch previous streams and previous playthroughs on other games. System Shock 1, System Shock 2. I love those playthroughs. System Shock 1 personally, which, by the way, Night Dive released a time limited demo of the remake, which is very badass. It has some issues, mostly technical issues, but when it comes they don't nail it actually, and there's something I want to actually address, and this goes hand in hand with the revision. The little bit last a little bit of criticism. Um, I just played Black Mesa, which also was completed. You can play the whole game from start to finish. Uh, it's already up. That is a badass remake. That's a badass remake. That's how you make a remake of a game. Night Dive is doing the same with System Shock. They're taking a lot of liberties. They're taking the game on some unexpected decisions, those some unexpected places. The game is darker. The game is creepier. They took away one of my favorite things about System Shock, which is the soundtrack. They are taking it completely away, but it makes sense on the type of game they are making, and they are making a really really well made remake, and I'm very excited. And after I play the mod, I mean, I play the after I play the demo for the remake, I play the original Unity demo. I am really hyped about it. I backed the game. I'm a backer of the game, and so that's the disclosure. But still, I'm really really hyped, and it looks really cool. Looks really cool, and it looks that they know what they're doing. The same for the Crowbar Collective team that made the Black Mesa remake of Half Life. It doesn't reach the heights of course, of a Valve made game, but they even managed to fix one of one of the most obnoxious parts of the original Half Life game. Uh, but everything else, they knew the intent. They knew, and they did not mess with the heart and the soul of Half Life. And that's a worthwhile mod that I mean worthwhile remake that I highly recommend you play. No, like this piece of crap. This piece of crap was made by people who I cannot call fans of Deus Ex. This was made by people that thought they could do things better than the original creators, and they had no clue on what the original intent of the game was. But anyways, that's it for today. I'm gonna go back playing some VR games because the night is still young for me. And thank you very much for sticking up. Please do the honors. Follow us on YouTube at Reboot Robot. Just change the O's for zeros. Follow us at Twitch at Reboot Robot TV. Same deal. Mixer. We don't have it yet. That Mixer's page set up, but you can. In the meantime, you can follow me, Shinkei, like the same on Facebook, and you can also follow us on Facebook at Reboot Robot. Or up down down game reviews MX. That's also how you can find us on Facebook. And same thing for Instagram and Twitter. And well, we'll see you next week. Remember, keep boots in the ground.